Over 2 years later, the merge is still something that impacts the show of Ninjago Dragons Rising. And in this video, I will be proving to you why the merge was the best decision Ninjago, not just as a brand, but as a franchise, has ever made. Ninjago Crystallized was the finale to classic Ninjago that first aired in 2011. And people didn't really like it that much. There's a bunch of reasons to why Crystallized isn't good to that many people. Me personally, I think Crystallized is alright. It was a fitting end for the most part, and I'm happy with it. Anyway, the point is Ninjago had been airing for over 11 years at that point, and it was becoming clear that it was mostly overstaying its welcome. Characters were repeating arcs, villains were being recycled, and the show really needed something new. A major problem with the most 11-minute seasons, and others I guess, that there were too many characters. There are different people in the background of scenes that really didn't need to be there. Like, why is Skylar in this training montage of Lloyd's Oni form? She didn't need to be there. This leaves most characters needing to fight for screen time. And also, Ninjago was getting stale. Like, how many times can you make an episode in Ninjago City or the monastery before the audience gets bored and craves for something new? But what if I told you Dragons Rising single-handedly solved every problem I just mentioned with one event? I am, of course, talking about the merge. The merge has done a plethora of things for the Ninjago franchise that I think needs to be recognized more. So let's break it down, shall we? The merge in question was a risky move for the franchise, and even today, people still aren't happy with it 2 years later. The main risk of the event comes from the cost of making going to other realms not that much of a special occasion anymore. I remember when Dragons Rising Season 1 Part 1 came out, a few people said realms were too easy and accessible to get to. While this is a fair point, I disagree completely. The best part about the merge, and the most obvious, was that the Ninjago world got so much bigger, and now the show can be set in so many different more locations. Shall I mention every realm the ninja go to in Season 3 Part 1 alone? Ninjago, where the season starts, the first realm, where most of the season takes place, the Spectral Lands, Ninjago, the World Forest, and the Realm of Lee all in 10 episodes. Now shall I mention how many realms the ninja go to in most seasons? Hunted Ninjago in the first realm, Season 11 Ninjago in the Never Realm, Hands of Time, just Ninjago. These 10 episodes alone show how many different environments each realm brings. The World Forest is calm. The Spectral Lands are eerie and mysterious. These plethora of locations keep the story interesting and fresh. And there are more locations in each realm, like the City of Temples in the first realm. And the show goes on as we discover more and more locations and realms. In fact, we still have 3 more realms to be found, and those 3 realms can be filled with even more locations. Another problem the merge solved was the overpopulation of characters on screen. The merge has essentially ripped the ninja team apart, scattered in different realms. That means the screen won't be populated with unnecessary background characters. And we are still experiencing the impact of the merge, since Jay doesn't have his memories, and we don't even know if he wants to be in the ninja team. I would argue that without the merge, Dragons Rising would be exactly like the 11-minute era, and thank God for that. Another point is the sense of exploration. In the first 5 seasons of classic Ninjago, we were introduced to so many locations that the story was built around. But by Season 10, the show had almost nothing new to offer. Sure, there was something every now and then, but can you tell me a location that was introduced in March of the Oni? I bet you can't, because there isn't anything introduced in that season. But now, thanks to the merge, the world has been completely refreshed. And everything looks different and new. Now it's fun to see old locations again, because they look completely different, and that sense of rediscovery brings back that sense of exploration. Even 2 years later, the merge is still relevant to the story of Dragons Rising. Raz could even reverse the merge next season, and we still don't know why Wu caused the merge. These mysteries is what keeps fans coming back to the show, and that's why it's so good. So to conclude, the merge is possibly the best decision the Ninjago franchise has ever made. Thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode, and I'll see you guys all next time.